Right now at noon, the latest from Louisville after riots and protests broke out following the announcement that no officers were charged in the death of Breonna Taylor. And the first 5 vendors at the Madison Public Market have been announced. We'll tell you who they are.
This is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. The anger over a grand jury's decision in the Breonna Taylor case has left 2 Louisville police officers in the hospital. Police say 2 officers were shot last night by suspect Lorenzo Johnson during protests after 2 officers involved in the Taylor's death were not charged. The shootings marred what had been a largely peaceful demonstration in the city where a state of emergency was declared in advance. Jerika Duncan is in Louisville with more.
Officer down, right there. Officer down.
It was a frantic scene around 8:30 last night after 2 Louisville police officers were shot. Interim Police Chief Robert Schroeder says a suspect is in custody.
One is in alert and stable. The other officer is currently undergoing surgery and stable.
Although protests started peacefully, some people set trash cans on fire. Around 100 people were arrested. The protest came after months of waiting for a decision in the killing of Breonna Taylor. Former Louisville detective Brett Hankison was indicted for his alleged conduct, but not related to Taylor's death. Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron.
The grand jury voted to return an indictment against Detective Hankison for 3 counts of wanton endangerment for wantonly placing the 3 individuals in apartment 3 in danger.
Hankison was arrested and released on bail. The grand jury concluded that he wildly fired 10 shots and endangered the lives of a pregnant woman, a child, and a man who were in an apartment next to Taylor's. Officers Jonathan Mattingly and Miles Cosgrove, who the FBI says fired the fatal shot, will not face state criminal charges.
The use of force by Mattingly and Cosgrove was justified to protect themselves. This justification bars us from pursuing criminal charges in Miss Breonna Taylor's death.
Taylor was killed on March 13th as police executed a search warrant for drugs and money. Neither were found. Her boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, says he believed the police were intruders, so he fired a single shot which hit Mattingly in the thigh. Police returned fire. 6 bullets hit Taylor.
Did somebody kick in the door and shot my girlfriend?
Walker has maintained police did not identify themselves before they used a battering ram on the door. Cameron said the officers did knock and announce.
That information was corroborated by another witness.
Law professor Colin Miller has worked with Taylor's family. He says he believes the grand jury did not hear all of the evidence.
And we have several witness accounts from neighboring apartments, the neighbors saying, we never heard the police knock and announce.
Taylor's family attorney Ben Crump called the decision to not charge any officer in Taylor's death outrageous and offensive.
It continues to disrespect the black women that have permeated in American society since they first brought us here in 1619.
The FBI is conducting a separate investigation. One of the things they'll be looking into is whether or not police obtained that warrant using false information. Meanwhile, Hankison is under investigation by an FBI-led task force for alleged sexual assault claims in another case unrelated to Breonna Taylor's. Jerika Duncan, CBS News, Louisville, Kentucky.
And Louisville police say that curfew remains in effect for the next 2 nights. Another mild day, but we could see some showers later on. Let's head to the Weather Center. Meteorologist Aaron White has a look at your first warn forecast. Hi, Aaron.
Hey, yeah, we are tracking some of those showers moving in this afternoon. Going to be eventually moving into the Madison area and the rest of southern Wisconsin later on this afternoon and through the evening. But right now we are seeing some more light moderate rain around Viroqua, back towards La Crosse, up towards Camp Douglas. And this is all stretching back to the south and west into northeastern Iowa. Starting to see some heavier showers right around Prairie du Chien as well. Moving into Crawford and eventually into northern parts of Grant County this afternoon. We will see this in Boscobel probably here in the next 15 to 20 minutes. Also some lighter showers moving into Dodgeville, Platteville, down towards Dubuque on 151. Eventually, those are going to be moving into the Madison area as well, but I think that whole line is going to start to fall apart here over the next over the course of the next couple of hours or so. In Madison, though, we have the cloud cover in place. Temperatures at 72 degrees, south wind at 9 miles per hour. Going through the rest of the afternoon, we are going to see the cloud cover, also the chance for showers throughout the afternoon and evening. Now, we do get another dry day ahead of us on Friday, actually looking pretty warm, but unfortunately the rain will return as we head into the weekend, and then we got some big changes coming our way as we go into next week. A lot of cooler weather for the start of the work week.
Check back in a few minutes. Thank you, Aaron. Lawyers for Kyle Rittenhouse have launched a social media campaign depicting the Kenosha, Wisconsin shooter as not just a scared teenager acting in self-defense, but an American hero. The campaign has helped raise nearly $2 million to pay for the 17-year-old's defense against homicide charges in the killing of 2 protesters. But some legal experts say there are risks in turning a fairly straightforward self-defense case into a sweeping political argument that could play into a stereotype that he is a gun-crazed militia member out to start a revolution. One person was injured following a crash involving 2 semis in Dane County. It happened about 3 o'clock this morning, shutting down all westbound lanes of I-94 to I-3990. A semi rolled over and another semi crashed into it. The crash closed down the ramp on I-94 heading into I-3990 for about 4 hours. It's unclear what caused the first semi to roll over. Officials say one person suffered minor injuries in the crash. President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump arrived at the Supreme Court this morning to pay their respects to Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Mourners waiting in line to do the same booed and chanted when they saw the president. Yesterday, the president said he wants a replacement for Ginsburg seated on the court before the November 3rd election.
Just in case it would be more political than it should be, I think it's very important to have a 9th justice.
For health care, what it's going to mean for, once again, being able to say if you're pregnant, it's a pre-existing condition, you're able to charge women more for the same procedure as men. It's wrong. It's an abuse of power.
And you have the combination of
The president says he'll name his nominee to the court on Saturday. Ruth Bader Ginsburg will lay in state in the National Statuary Hall in the U.S. Capitol. She'll be the first woman to do so. CBS and News 3 Now will cover that milestone with a special report tomorrow. COVID cases are spiking around Madison beyond the university itself. This morning, the public health director called the 67% increase over just 1 week statistically significant. However, there aren't any signs of outside community cases linked directly to students.
We think of that as spillover. We monitor 3 things. We monitor case count trends on a weekly basis. We monitor a heat map of the age groups where we're seeing more illness, and we look deeply at the case notes. At this point, we are not seeing evidence of what we're calling spillover.
Public health staff are still trying to take an education over enforcement approach to limiting gatherings and mask rules, but the director says they're starting to cite people for purposely violating the rules. Positive COVID-19 cases are continuing to increase in Wisconsin right now. There have been over 106,000 cases reported in the state. That includes 1,263 deaths. Over 89,000 people have recovered from the virus, but over 14%, or over 15,000 cases, remain active in the state. The U.S. Labor Department reports 870,000 more Americans filed for first-time unemployment last week as stimulus talks have essentially stalled in Washington. Last week's figure, which is seasonally adjusted, is up very slightly from the previous week. Another 12.6 million Americans filed for continued jobless claims last week, down a bit from the week before. Americans also filed for benefits under the government's other programs, such as the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program. Vice President Mike Pence is visiting Wisconsin again. Here's a live look as Ivanka Trump and the Vice President are in Eau Claire, delivering remarks at the Midwest Manufacturing for his Made in America event, which focuses on manufacturing in the United States. We'll have more on his speech in our later newscasts. Ahead of Vice President Pence's stop in Wisconsin, some Wisconsin physicians say they're deeply concerned about the rush to fill the U.S. Supreme Court vacancy because if the Affordable Care Act is overturned, it will be detrimental for millions of Americans.
President Trump has been trying to eliminate the ACA since he began campaigning for president. If we get rid of the ACA, we'll be placing 133 million Americans at risk of losing their health insurance because of pre-existing conditions. In the middle of a deadly pandemic, it is reckless and irresponsible.
The Madison Public Market is celebrating the successful conclusion of its Market Ready program by announcing the first 5 public market vendors.
Our 5 businesses that will be the first that you will be able to find and interact with in the public market are Caracas Empanadas y Más. So maybe you can raise your hand. We also have Little Tibet. So maybe you can raise your hand. Yeah. Great. We have El Sabor de Puebla. We have Melimels. And Perfect Imperfections.
Each business will receive a $19,000 grant. And there's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. I'm next. We'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
The recipe we've got coming up is a smashing hit and is super trendy. You don't want to miss it.
The time is right to do something nice for your home. Why not replace your gutters with LeafGuard, the only gutter system that has earned the Good Housekeeping seal of approval? Hi, I'm Andrew Larson, owner of Larson Home Services. LeafGuard's patented one-piece seamless design keeps leaves and debris out, which means no more clogs, guaranteed. LeafGuard carries a lifetime warranty, so your home's foundation will be protected forever, and our customers couldn't be happier.
They're the best. I don't have to worry about the gutters getting clogged up with the seeds, the branches, the dirt, the roof sheddings, and it's just one less worry for me.
And right now, save big on your new LeafGuard brand gutter system and get some incredible extras. Order now and save 75% on installation labor, get free financing for a year, and a $100 Visa gift card. Call to set up your free estimate today.
The chief actuary of the Social Security Administration just released an analysis of Trump's planned cuts to Social Security. Under Trump's plan, Social Security would become permanently depleted by the middle of calendar year 2023. If Trump gets his way, Social Security benefits will run out in just 3 years from now. Don't let it happen. Joe Biden will protect Social Security.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Join Anytime Fitness on Tuesday, October 6th during our 12-hour sale and literally only pay what you can. It's our way of helping you get back to making healthy happen. Pay what you can on Tuesday, October 6th at Anytime Fitness.
Working out? Not canceled. Catching up? Not canceled. Game night? Not canceled. Nap time? Not canceled. If new carpet would make you happier at home, we're here to help with standard carpet installation of just $75. Carpet one room or your whole house. And installation is only $75 while we celebrate our 75th anniversary. Coil Carpet One Floor and Home. Locally owned and operated since 1945.
These days, Social Security is denying more disability claims than ever. If you can't work, it can be harder to win benefits. I'm attorney Don Becker. Now more than ever, you need an experienced disability lawyer. For over 30 years, my firm has helped people win benefits. Disability law is all we do.
The Becker Law Office, 1-800-254-7766.
Every year there seems to be a vegetable that, for one reason or another, becomes the new go-to favorite. Last year, kale seemed to be the produce pick that soared to the head of the class. This year, cauliflower is following in its footsteps. Yup, the same smothered with cheese sauce cauliflower that many of us grew up with is now prepared in all sorts of new ways. If you've never tried it roasted, you're missing out. You see, roasting it with a bit of olive oil in a hot oven brings out its natural sugar and allows the edges to get all crispy. Or how about slicing a whole head of cauliflower and grilling it until it's tender on the inside and has a smoky, nutty taste through and through. And a real big craze is mashing it after it's steamed or boiled. All we have to do is add some butter, sour cream, and a few off-the-shelf spices. It doesn't get any easier than this. What we end up with looks and tastes like mashed potatoes, but without all the carbs. If you want, you can dress this up with some fresh herbs, and you'll have a go-along that's both tasty and trendy. I hope you'll go online and get the recipe for our mashed and smashed cauliflower, so you're in the know when it comes to picking the hottest produce. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a different way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Thank you, Howard. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, a cloudy and mild fall day, but we could see some showers later this afternoon. Meteorologist Aaron White has more in your First Warn forecast.
Lately, we've come to appreciate what home has to offer. Right now at Feldco, buy one window and you'll get one free, plus no interest for 1 year. That'll help keep your home and your family warm, safe, and comfortable all year long. That's something we've been providing for almost 50 years. Let Feldco get you ready for colder weather. Buy one window, get one free now.
Buy one, get one free ends Wednesday. Hurry. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
I was sworn into the United States Senate in a hospital. My wife and daughter had been killed in an automobile crash. And lying in the bed were my two little boys. I couldn't have imagined what it would have been like if I didn't have insurance to cover them immediately and fully. 40 years later, one of those little boys, my son Bo, was diagnosed with terminal cancer, given months to live. I can't fathom what would have happened if the insurance companies had the power to say, last few months, you're on your own. The fact of the matter is, healthcare is personal to me. Obamacare is personal to me. When I see the President of the United States try to eliminate this healthcare in the middle of a public health crisis, that's personal to me too. We got to build on what we did because every American deserves affordable healthcare. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Wisconsin is a home of workers. We know what needs to get done, and we do it. Yet, we've been hit hard, some harder than others. Our contact may be limited, but we still can lift each other up. The Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy providers are working together to help keep your heat and power on. You may not ask for it, but we want you to know we're here.
Madison protesters are planning another rally in the aftermath of an indictment in the Breonna Taylor case. How it might impact your weekend plans. Plus, your weekend forecast seeing a big change-up. Hattie's timing out the rain for us Friday morning.
Accurate news as it happens, right here where you live. Information that you can use from the team you can trust. For more local stories that impact your life, News 3 Now. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
A surprise for the Labor Department, and the pumpkin spice craze creeps into a comfort food favorite. Diane King Hall has more in today's Money Watch report.
Surprise surge in jobless claims. According to the Labor Department, first-time filings for weekly unemployment benefits rose by 870,000 last week, and 630,000 people applied for pandemic unemployment assistance, which is a program for self-employed and gig workers. A first for the airlines, United is launching COVID-19 rapid testing to make it easier for travelers to manage differing quarantine requirements nationwide. The pilot round will initially be available for flyers traveling from San Francisco to Hawaii. Travelers will have the option to take a rapid test at the airport or an at-home test before their trip. Citigroup is making a $1 billion commitment to close the racial wealth gap. Citi says it will use more than $500 million to help more people of color buy homes, and $350 million will be set aside for procurement opportunities for black-owned businesses. The program aims to advance racial equity and economic mobility through better access to banking and credit. And pumpkin spice sidles up to macaroni and cheese. Kraft Heinz Canada is launching a fall-infused dinner in a box featuring pumpkin spice flavoring to add to its classic cheese powder mix. The love it or hate it product has its limits, though. Only 1,000 recipients will receive a box via an online wait list. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to CBSMoneyWatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Diane King Hall.
Thanks, Diane. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrials up 103 points. The NASDAQ up 72. The S&P 500 up almost 17. Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee is out of the radio barn today, so here are your farm numbers. And Pam returns on Monday. Here's Aaron now with a look at your first warn forecast. Aaron?
Hey, Mark, we have some rain in the forecast for this afternoon and into the evening hours. But as we talk about fall, we actually have some really nice fall photos that were sent in over the course of the last several days. In fact, one of them from Lutzen, Minnesota. You can see all the vibrant colors in northern Minnesota. Some yellows, oranges, and reds. Just very beautiful. Also from Edgerton, some reds showing up in the tree, at least the top of the tree. Linda sent that one in. And also one from Marissa that was sent in from Mercer, Wisconsin. Some very vibrant colors up in northern Wisconsin, as well as we are starting to see the peak of the colors in some of the northern Wisconsin counties, anywhere from about 25 to up to near 90% of peak, especially in central and northern Wisconsin. And it's about typical that we see the peak of the colors this time of year in late September, early October for northern Wisconsin. Here in the south, still got about a couple weeks before we actually see some more of those vibrant colors here in southern Wisconsin. In terms of our temperatures, though, we are feeling a little bit like fall in northwestern portions of the area, down into the lower 60s because we have some rain moving in. Right now, 61 degrees in Viroqua, 68 degrees in Mineral Point, 72 though for Madison, 73 in Janesville, and 74 in Watertown. Looking over Madison right now, we have the clouds moving in with those rain showers. Not raining here just yet. 72 degrees, south wind at 9 miles per hour. That south wind's going to usher in some warmer air for the day on Friday. But for the rest of this afternoon, we will see temperatures generally into the lower to middle 70s. Eventually, maybe seeing a few rain showers into the Madison area. Right now, just a couple sprinkles in the northwestern portion of Dane County. More showers showing up right around Dodgeville, down towards around Lancaster and parts of Grant County. We do have some more moderate rain falling to the north and west from about Viroqua down towards Prairie du Chien, just a line of some heavier rain. Now, this was a line of thunderstorms that rolled through Rochester about a couple hours ago. It is starting to fall apart, and that's going to kind of be the trend as the lower atmosphere is a little dry. But I still think that line will start to build in, giving us that chance for some rain showers going through the rest of the afternoon. Here we are at 6 o'clock, temperatures into the lower 70s across southern Wisconsin. Some rain showers around, eventually moving to the east as we go through the rest of the evening. Clearing out of here for tonight, we will see the clouds sticking around. I think by tomorrow, though, we will get a bit more sunshine, and eventually with that south wind, temperatures warming up into the 70s, maybe close to 80 by the afternoon. Overall, for rain chances, rainfall amounts are going to be on the lighter side, maybe up to 1/4 of an inch with some of those heavier showers right now in parts of Crawford and Grant counties. Today's high around 74 degrees. The wind is going to be fairly light, about 5 to up to near 15 miles per hour. And for tonight, low down to 59. The showers will be ending, and then we dry out for the day on Friday. Maybe a little breezy with a high near 78 degrees, 77 on your Saturday, but after that, cooling down quite a bit. 70 degrees on Sunday, maybe a few showers later in the day. Better chance of rain arriving Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And those highs feeling a lot more like fall, I gotta say. Upper 50s, maybe some areas on Thursday and Friday next week might not make it out of the 40s.
Oof. For the highs?
For the highs, yeah. So big changes coming our way next week.
Enjoy it today.
Yeah, enjoy it as much as you can.
There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, it's time for our Dane County Humane Society Pet of the Week. We'll introduce you to Garyetta, a female cat who's looking for her forever home. That's after the break.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Spas, Spas, Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only in the Exhibition Hall at the Alliant Energy Center, Madison.
For our seniors, Social Security is a sacred obligation, a sacred promise made. The current president is threatening to break that promise. He's proposing to eliminate a tax that pays for almost half the Social Security without any way of making up for that lost revenue. I will not let that happen. If I'm your president, we're going to protect Social Security and Medicare. You have my word. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
You know your gutters are full of gunk, and you know you need to deal with it eventually. With LeafGuard, you can give up cleaning your gutters forever. Hi, I'm Andrew Larson, owner of Larson Home Services. My team would love to show you how LeafGuard's patented design channels rainwater into your gutters while leaves, seeds, and other debris just roll off, leaving them clog-free, guaranteed.
We looked at several different types of gutters, and we knew that we had problems with leaves. We have lots of trees around our house, and I'm the one who goes and cleans out the gutters, and I wanted to eliminate that hassle in the fall of cleaning the gutters, and LeafGuard has done a wonderful job.
Love to hear that. Right now, your LeafGuard brand gutter system comes with some great money-saving extras. Order now and save 75% on installation labor, get free financing for a year, and a $100 Visa gift card. Call to set up your free estimate today.
Hey, Dutch boy, show me Mocha Red.
Okay.
Does it have a smooth, durable finish?
Yes, and it's 50% more stain resistant. You still talking to Dutch boy?
Dutch boy, show me Sleepy Purple.
Okay.
Oh, would you look at that?
That's better.
He'll still help us paint, right?
With Dutch Boy's quality paint and Menards expert service, you can twist off to something great.
Get 11% off everything now at Menards.
Spas, Spas, Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only in the Exhibition Hall at the Alliant Energy Center, Madison.
It is time to introduce you to our pet of the week. This is Garyetta, a female adult cat who's looking for a forever home. Our friends at the Dane County Humane Society describe her as a sweet but slightly skittish girl who warms up to some good scratches and enjoys belly rubs. She is a beautiful kitty. If you're interested in adopting Garyetta or checking out the other animals at the Dane County Humane Society, go to giveshelter.org or set up an appointment at 838-0413. And our pet from last week, Tulane, has been adopted. That is great news. He's a funny-looking dog, but he's a great dog. The Dane County Humane Society has partnered with the annual Bucky Book to help animals in need in our community while offering great deals and coupons. Anyone interested in purchasing a Bucky Book can do so online at giveshelter.org/Bucky. And here's Aaron with one final check of your forecast.
Well, in our forecast, we got some rain showers moving in for the rest of the afternoon and evening hours. We will get a dry day, though, as we head into Friday. As we look over Platteville right now, seeing the clouds moving in, maybe a few sprinkles out there as we see here on radar. Most of the rain is to the north and west of Platteville, up around Prairie du Chien, Viroqua, seeing some more moderate rain. As we go through the rest of today, temperatures are going to be into the lower to middle 70s. You'll likely want to have that umbrella just on the off chance we do see some of those heavier rain showers moving in. But we dry out for the day on Friday, high around 78 degrees. And then more rain for next week.
All right, we'll see you at 4. Thanks for watching.